Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Sam Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So, we are on the 31st day of this Vedanta Shravana Sadhana Yagna, looking into the meditative verses from Vivekachoodamani. Yesterday's verse we saw was 259. Astabhedam anapasta lakshanam nistaranga jalarashi nischalam nityamuktam avibhakta murti yad brahmatatvamasi bhavayatmani. I am that Brahman, so thinking, so experiencing, meditate. The one way is to know. The one way is to know for myself. Otherwise, until I know, I have to trust the person, the Guru, the Acharya who is saying this, and believe that it is there until I attain that state of a realization. Verse 260. Ekameva sat aneka karanam karanantara nirasa karanam karya karana vilakshanam swayam Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Ekameva. There is only one. This Brahman, this consciousness, this awareness of all our thoughts, feelings and experiences in this whole universe of everybody is only one. But this is that Sat. This is that reality which is a cause for Aneka, everything else. Because this Brahman exists, because this Sat exists, because this reality exists, everything else is created in this universe. Karanantara nirasa karanam. In all these causes, in all these effects, it is the cause within, but it is not connected with anything else. It is not really the cause of something. Like the sunlight is not really the cause of people moving around during daytime. Because the sun is shining, people move around that. Because the king is present, everybody moves around the king and does their work. In the same way, because the Atman is present, all qualities, names and forms get their power from the Atman and they go about, they're doing their work in this creation. Karya Karana Vilakshanam Swayam. Though it is the cause, it is different from the cause and the effect. The cause of this universe is Maya Shakti, which is the shadow of Brahman, which is the power of Brahman. Brahman exists and it does nothing else other than existing. But because this exists, the power of Brahman, which is Maya, creates this whole universe, and all those creation create their own creations in this universe, which is filled with names, forms, qualities, transactions, and activities. But this Brahman still remains Vilakshanam. It is separate from any cause and effect. That Brahman am I. So I know and meditate about that Brahman in me. These meditative verses will soon come to an end, but they are so beautiful. These 10 verses, beginning from Jati Niti Kula, it is worth learning by heart so that anytime we sit quietly in meditation, the meaning of these verses will come to our mind and the mind will become very quiet on understanding this meaning. Nirvikalpakam analpam aksharam yat ksharakshara vilakshanam svai param nityam avyaya sukham niranjanam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani nirvikalpakam. There are no thoughts, there are no doubts in this Brahman, in this I, in the true self, in the reality. This true reality, the self or I, also called Brahman, is analpam. Alpam means very little. Something that's very little will not give us joy. Something that is very expanded will give us joy. This Brahman is analpam. It is not anything little. It is aksharam. It cannot be destroyed at all. We cannot even think of it, conceive of it, to plan and destroy it. It is not possible. This Brahman, though it cannot be destroyed, it is Kshara Akshara Vilakshanam Param. It is supreme. It is different from what is Kshara. Kshara means that which can be destroyed and that which cannot be destroyed. It is supreme means whatever that cannot be destroyed, this Brahman is aware of that. So in that way, it is supreme. Even though you categorize it as Aksharam, which cannot be destroyed, any other thing in this universe which cannot be destroyed, this Brahman is aware of that. Aksharam, Kshara Akshara, Vilakshanam, Param. Param is supreme, it is beyond everything. Beyond this earth, water, fire, air, space, our individual presence, our individual awareness, everything Brahman is beyond. Nityam avyaya sukham. How does this Brahman manifest in my life? It manifests as the experience of eternity. Then it manifests as the experience of something that indestructibly, inexpendably, it keeps happening in my life. What is there? This awareness cannot be expended. It cannot get over at any point of time. It is always present, always available, always there. And sukham, this awareness gives me joy. Even at night time, when all the senses are shut, the mind is dissolved in the intellect, The intellect is just resting in deep sleep. This Brahman is shining its light of awareness on the experience of nothingness. There is no thought experience. There is an experience of void. This Brahman is shining its awareness, its light of awareness on that void, and we are experiencing that stillness, and we feel very happy while sleeping at night. So this Brahman, that Brahman, which is Nityam Avyayam. Nityam is eternal. Avyayam is it cannot be spent. It cannot be emptied. Sukham, that which gives joy to me. Niranjanam, this Brahman is taintless. It is spotless. You cannot say that there is a blemish in this Brahman. There is a blemish in this awareness. My awareness did not show clearly. Not possible. Because it is Niranjanam. That Brahma Tattvam, meaning that I, that self, Asi, Aham, Bhavaya Atmani. Meditate upon this in myself. In myself means just being with the breath, keeping the mind in a very quiet state. There is an experience of joy. What we mean by self all the time is that state of love, that state of joy, that state of happiness, that state of bliss, when the mind is very calm and without any thoughts. The body is quiet, there are no thoughts in the mind, the intellect is not planning anything or cutting and analyzing and dividing something. Intellect is also quiet. In that state, the breath alone is moving in and out, and we observe that breath. In that state of quietness, there is a feeling of love and joy. That experience is Brahman. That is what we mean, Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya Atmani. In my own self, meditate on that Brahma Tattvam. Brahma Tattvam is that which is aware of that love, joy, happiness, bliss, and all those beautiful qualities that we experience in a quiet state of mind. It is not the qualities. That which is aware of these qualities is the Brahman. Verse 262. Yad vibhati sadanekadha brahmat nama rupa guna vikriyatmana hemavad swayamavikriyam sada brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani yat vibhati, that which shines, sat anekadha, that which shines as many things. Why does it shine as many things? I am aware of the idol, I am aware of the crystals, I am aware of the lamp, I am aware of the flag, I am aware of the peacock feathers, I am aware of the vase, I am aware of this chair, and I am aware of everything around me. Anekadha, everything is aneka. Many things are there. But why are there many things? I am aware is the only one thing, but I am seeing many things because of Brahma. Brahma means confusion. Brahma means putting something else in my lens and watching with many layers of substances which are hiding my vision of reality. What is the vision of reality? Awareness alone is a vision of reality. But I'm seeing so many things in this universe. Why do I see? Because of Brahma, because of delusion. What is this Brahma? Why is it caused? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Vikriyatmana, Brahma. The Brahma or the delusion is caused by Nama, names, Rupa, forms, Vikriya, modifications. Atmana means the nature of this Brahma is name, form, modifications, transactions and actions. But this Brahman, what is the comparison that's given here by Bhagavan Sri Adisankaracharya? Hemavat Swayam. This Brahman is like the gold. There are many modifications in gold, like a gold chain, gold bracelet, gold necklace, gold earrings, gold kada, gold bangles. So many different types of gold ornaments are there. But in every ornament made of gold, the gold is that reality in everything. In the same way, Hemavat, Swayam, by itself, this Brahman shines through everything. This Brahman shines through all matter and all living beings as that reality. Where does it shine in matter? It shines in matter as existence. The pot is, the flag is, the peacock feathers are, the idol is, the crystal is, the lamp is, I am, you are. So what is that? The Brahman is shining in that manner. Hemavat, this Brahman is avikriyam. In objects outside, it exists as existence. In me, it exists as existence and awareness, experiences. Avikriyam sada. The pot does not have, Brahman is not doing anything in the pot. It is just existing. In the crystal, it is not doing anything. It is just existing in its own nature. Avikriyam. It does not do anything. Sada. When does it stop doing at some point of time? No. Always it is the same. That Brahma Tattvam Asi. I am. Iti Bhavaya Atmani. May we meditate that I am that Brahman. The 263rd verse. Yachakastyana param parat param pratyagekarasamatma lakshanam satyachit sukhamanantamavyayam brahma tattvamasi bhavayat mani Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani yat chakasti anaparam parat param. Beyond this Brahman, there is nothing at all. Yat chakasti anaparam. There is nothing beyond the Brahman. Para, which is what? Parat param. Para means supreme. The observer of the supreme is Brahman. In what way is Brahman the greatest? Because it is the observer of the last matter which is the most supreme in this universe. Brahman is observer of that. Parat param. Pratyag eka rasam. Pratyag, within me, eka rasam. What is that one feeling? I am. The feeling of I am. The I thought exists along with everything. In any thought you experience, the I will be there behind that thought. Any emotion I experience, the I feeling will be there behind that emotion. Pratyageka rasam atma lakshanam. That I feeling is that Brahman. What is feeling that is the Brahman only. Pratyageka rasam atma. Atma means I. Simple meaning of word Atma is I. And that is Brahman. Satya Chit Sukham. Satya means the truth, existence, reality. Chit means awareness. The Brahman is aware. Aware of what? It is aware of nothing. It is aware. That's all. That's its nature. Sukham. Brahman is joy. Joyful because of, no because of. Brahman is joy. All the joys are because of Brahman. Brahman is not joyful because of something. Sukham. Anantam. This Brahman, this I, the self, the truth, the reality has got no end. It is Anantam. Again, it is Avyayam. Vyaya means it can be expended. Avyayam means how much ever you exhaust it, it never gets exhausted because you can never exhaust it. It remains as it is unchangeably. There's no modification, change, or becoming less or becoming more or anything. So that Brahman is anavyayam. Sorry, this Brahman is avyayam. That Brahma Tattvam Asi, that Brahma I am, iti bhavaya. Bhavaya is meditate. Atmani. Where do I meditate? I don't meditate on something else, saying Brahman is there, Brahman is here, Brahman is in that. It may be everywhere, but I meditate on that Brahman in my own self. Bhavaya Atmani. Now this is completing the 10 verses. Uktamarthamimātmani swayam bhavayet pratitayuktibhir dhiya samshayadi rahitam karambuvat tena tatvanigamo bhavishyati. Uktam artham. All this has been said. The meaning, whatever has been explained so far, uktam, artham, imam. These words that have been spoken since the verse with Jati Niti Kula began. Atmani imam, Atmani swayam. Atmani swayam means in the Atman, in the self. In the self, swayam by itself. Bhavayet Prathita Yukti Bhirdhiya. Meditate on that Brahman by yourself, in yourself. How? Prathita, whatever has been explained by scriptural texts, by the Shastras, by the Upanishads, by the Prakarana Granthas, like this Vivekachoodamani, this Brahma Tattvam has been explained. Think on those lines. If we just imagine something and sit in meditation, we may be imagining something wrong and we will lose our peace of mind as a result. So if we need quietness of mind, we need to experience that truth, experience the reality. You have to abide by the words of the Shastras and meditate on the Brahman, guided by those meanings provided in the Shastras, the logic provided in the Shastras. Dhiya, how to meditate? Yuktibhir, logically. How? Dhiya, with my intellect, I meditate. Then what will happen to me? Samshayadi rahitam, without any doubt. No samshaya. There is no doubt. Doubt is a raising of a thought. Doubt is a presence of a thought. A thought is basically ignorance, and when ignorance is there, we will not realize the truth. So there is no samshaya. There are no thoughts that are raising. Samshayadi rahitam. Karambuvat, like a myrobalan fruit, meaning gooseberry in my hand. I can clearly see the gooseberry is given as an example. Any other fruit like this is not given as an example because we cannot see through this fruit. But the gooseberry is given as an example because you keep it in your hand, you can see the veins of the fruit inside. Very beautifully, the fruit will be visible from outside the skin. So, Karambuvat, in the same way, Brahman will be visible. Then what will happen? Tena, by this means, tattva nigamaha bhavishyati. I will come close to the essence. Tattva nigamaha. I will attain that state of Brahman. My mind will be absorbed in that Brahman if I meditate in this manner. Now the tune changes because the meter changes. Swabodha matram parishuddha tattvam vijnaya sandhe vijnaya sankhe nripavaccha sainye tadashrayasvatmani sarvada sthito vilapaya brahmani vishvajatam vilapaya brahmani vishvajatam swabodhamatram. When I meditate in this manner, that realization of the Brahman will come within from me. It is like an awareness that rises. If I keep water on in a vessel in the heat and set it to boil, slowly the heat will get transferred into the vessel, into the water, and the water will start heating up. In the same way, with this fire of contemplation, slowly, it will get transferred through the mind, and the realization of the Brahman will start springing up in me, like how steam springs up in water. In the same, out of water, steam comes because of the heat. In the same way, this realization of Brahman will happen. Swabodha matram, this parishuddha tattva, this supreme reality which is very pure in its nature. Pure means there is only that Brahman, there is nothing else other than Brahman in that. Not even Maya, not even name and form and qualities. Vijnaya sanghe, you know it like Nripavaccha sainye. This Brahman is free from all ignorance and the effects of ignorance, like the king in an army. Inside the army, inside that the king is standing. The king is not connected with anything. He is standing, and so the army is standing around and guarding the king. If it is in the case of an army, if it is in the palace, then all the people are there around the king. Ripavaccha sainye, the Brahman is there alone like a king. Tad ashrayaha sadatmani sarvada sthito. If I take refuge in that Brahman, which is standing in between, when I say like this, it is not like this or like this or like this or anyway. It is everything. That alone is standing. Whatever everything else is there is an imagination that is around that Brahman. So tad ashrayaha, seek that truth. The mind, O mind, go to that truth, that Brahman. Seek refuge in that Brahman. Be there. Be quiet. Svatmani. Where is it? In my own self. Sarvada sthitaha. It is always residing in myself. Vilapaya. Absorb. You just unfold it inside. Fold inward. Like, the petals of the flower that fold in the evening. Like that. Let the mind fold into the Brahman. Brahmani vilapaya. Let the mind be absorbed into the Brahman. Vishvajatam. And because of that, this whole universe will be absorbed into the Brahman. In that state of meditation, in the state of deep sleep also, there is no experience of this universe. In that state of meditation of the Brahman also, there is no experience of the universe because the Brahman alone is the reality and the mind is absorbed in that reality. Buddhau guhayam sadasad vilakshanam brahmasti satyam paramadvitiyam tadatmana yotra vaset guhayam punarna tasyam guha pravesham punarna tasyanga guha pravesham buddhau guhayam. In the cave of the intellect means in that steady thought of I am, I am. There is a steady thought. Inside the thought, the Brahman resides. Sadasat Vilakshanam. What is this Brahman? This thought, the Brahman alone is aware of this thought. The I am thought is there in Brahman. Brahman is the one that is letting its light of awareness on this thought. This Brahman is neither Sat nor Asat. It is neither manifest nor unmanifest. It is beyond both. Brahma Asti Satyam. There is this Brahman. That is, if the Buddhists say, everything in this world is Shunyam, everything in this world is empty, Vedanta says, no, the world is not empty. There is something that sees that emptiness. That one that perceives the emptiness is Brahman. That is full. It is Purnam. Brahma Asti Satyam. Param Advitiyam. That Brahman is supreme. It is Param. There is no duality in that Brahman. Tadatmana Yaha Atra Vaset Guhayam. When I reside in my own heart space, meaning I am quiet and I sit quietly in meditation, in my heart space means feeling that I am presence. Tadatmana atra vaset guhayam punarna tasyanga guha pravesha. That person who meditates on that reality, the truth in the space of the heart, will not be born again in the Anga Guha. The Anga Guha is the womb of the mother. Praveshaha does not enter into the womb of the mother, meaning there is no rebirth for this person. Buddha Guhayam, if I meditate on the Brahman and I allow my mind to be absorbed in that Brahman, then there is no rebirth. So that is the reason why we don't need to have rebirth. We have explained so many times earlier. Rebirth is like, if I have not studied something properly, then I fail in that class. It is not a great thing to fail. It is okay to fail by mistake or for some reasons. If we have not studied and we fail, it is okay. But we don't need to voluntarily fail in a class. When we can study what needs to be studied and do our homework, listen to the teachers and do what needs to be done, and then we graduate from that class. In the same way, this earth is a university where we have come to know that I am this Brahman. That is the reason for which we are born in earth. Whether we may realize it or not, or when we may realize it, it depends on from person to person. But we are admitted into this university called the school, university called this world, universe, to know that I am that Brahman. If the opportunities to know what needs to be there to know that I am Brahman, we need three things. Ishvara Kripa, Guru Kripa, Shastra Kripa. Ishvara Kripa is residing there in the form of life. So we have life. If we are listening to this, we have life in us. Then we have Guru Kripa. We have the grace and blessings of the Guru, Bhagwan Sri Adisankaracharya, who has given this Vivekachoodamani, and Gurudev Swami Chinmaya ji, who has given the explanation for this in very beautiful English for us to understand easily. So when Guru Kripa is there, Shastra Kripa is there, grace is there. What is required? What is preventing is Atma Kripa. I don't allow myself to to attain that supreme reality, to attain that supreme truth. I am caught with so many desires in this world. I'm engaged for most of the time in the transactions of this world and trying to fulfill my little desires on a day-to-day basis, and then I get to sleep. I don't have the time or the energy for this kind of contemplation. So the Atma Kripa, if it is there, if I give myself the permission to realize this truth, then I just have to, what happens to me? Punarna tasyanga guha praveshaha. So the person is not born, one who realizes the truth is not born again in the womb of a mother. It can be any mother. It can be godmother, cat mother, dog mother, real human mother, ant mother, or peacock mother, cow mother, donkey mother, any mother it can be, monkey mother. So many mothers are there in this universe. But anybody who has realized that Brahman will not voluntarily be born, will not involuntarily be born in any womb after that. So that is a Palashruti of this meditation. Tomorrow we will see what is the thing that prevents us from realizing this truth and meditating, and how to get rid of those obstacles. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Boliye Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai. Hari Namah Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara Mahadeva. Hari Om. Yeah. One.